Sophie Cunningham just reminded everyone why she's at player. This clip has the entire arena going crazy.
Sophie Elizabeth Cunningham is an American professional basketball player whose career has taken her from the courts of Columbia, Missouri, to the national spotlight of the Women's National Basketball Association, WNBA. Born on August 16, 1996, Cunningham is now a veteran member of the Indiana Fever, where her combination of perimeter shooting, physical defense, and competitive personality has made her one of the team's most recognizable players. Her public profile grew considerably after she joined the Fever in 2025. Although she had already spent 6 seasons with the Phoenix Mercury and had established herself as a reliable three-point shooter, her new role placed her alongside superstar Caitlin Clark. Cunningham subsequently became widely described by fans and sections of the media as Clark's enforcer, after a highly publicized confrontation with Connecticut Sun player J.C. Sheldon. The incident went viral and transformed Cunningham from a respected veteran role player into one of the WNBA's most discussed personalities. The supplied biography records that she was a key reserve for Indiana and attracted national attention for her physical style of play. Cunningham's success has also allowed her to enjoy the lifestyle associated with a professional athlete. However, unlike some celebrities, she has not publicly documented a detailed portfolio of luxury cars, private estates, or multiple properties. Claims circulating online about particular vehicles, houses, or a specific net worth should therefore be treated cautiously. There is no sufficiently reliable public record establishing a complete list of Cunningham's personal vehicles or privately owned houses. What is publicly visible is her professional lifestyle. Travel between WNBA cities, appearances at major sporting events, media work, and an increasingly prominent social media presence. Latest news. As of now, Cunningham remains an Indiana Fever player after re-signing with the organization in April 2026. The Fever officially announced her return on April 12th, describing her as a fan favorite and highlighting the energy she brings to the team. Her 2026 season has, however, been accompanied by substantial attention away from basketball. Cunningham has become a central figure in a national debate concerning transgender participation in women's sports after publicly expressing opposition to transgender women competing in women's sports. Her position has generated both strong support and strong criticism. In early August, the controversy intensified around Fever games. On August 5th, Cunningham discussed a conversation she had with Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve, whose position on transgender inclusion differs from Cunningham's. Cunningham characterized their discussion as respectful despite their disagreement. The issue has also drawn demonstrations outside some WNBA games. The Associated Press reported that Cunningham said she was not concerned about being a distraction and wanted to remain focused on basketball while standing by her views. On August 7th, the controversy remained part of the national conversation surrounding the Fever. Caitlin Clark was asked about Cunningham's comments and indicated that the Fever's focus inside the locker room is basketball rather than political or social disputes. Despite the off-court attention, Cunningham continues to contribute on the court. Her 2026 season has therefore become an important chapter in her career because she is simultaneously functioning as an experienced WNBA player and receiving an unprecedented amount of public attention outside basketball. Early life. Sophie Elizabeth Cunningham was born in Columbia, Missouri, on August 16, 1996, to Jim and Paula Cunningham. Athletics was deeply embedded in her family. Both of her parents were student athletes at the University of Missouri, and other members of her family also had connections with the university. Cunningham grew up in an environment where sport and competition were taken seriously. Her father, Jim, played football at Missouri, while her mother, Paula, was a track and field athlete at the university. Cunningham has an older sister, Lindsay Cunningham Hudson, who also played basketball at Missouri and later became involved with the program as a graduate student. Her sporting interests were not limited to basketball. As a child, she participated in youth soccer, while at Rockbridge High School, she became a standout in both basketball and volleyball. She also demonstrated her willingness to try almost anything athletic when she joined the school's football team as a kicker after the team's regular kicker suffered an ACL injury. Cunningham went 2 for 4 on field goal attempts. At Rockbridge High School in Columbia, she developed into an elite basketball prospect. She was a 5-star recruit and helped lead her school to 4 consecutive state championships. Her performances made her one of the most highly regarded young players in the country and prepared the way for her eventual move to the University of Missouri. Education background. Cunningham attended Rockbridge High School in her hometown of Columbia, Missouri. Her high school career was extraordinarily successful. In addition to winning 4 straight state championships, she established herself as a nationally recognized recruit. She subsequently enrolled at the University of Missouri, commonly known as Mizzou, where she played 4 seasons for the Missouri Tigers women's basketball program. Rather than immediately leaving for professional basketball, Cunningham completed her college career and became one of the most accomplished players in Missouri women's basketball history. Her education and athletic development were therefore closely connected. At Missouri, she not only continued her academic life, but also developed the skills that eventually made her a professional WNBA player. Personal life. Family. Family remains an important part of Cunningham's story. Her parents, Jim and Paula, were both former Missouri student athletes, and her older sister Lindsay also played for Missouri. This created a strong family connection with the university that eventually became Cunningham's own college home. Marital status and children. Cunningham has generally kept her romantic and family life considerably more private than her basketball career. As of August 7, 2026, there is no reliable public evidence establishing that she is married or has children. Consequently, claims about a husband, wife, or children should not be presented as confirmed facts. Religion. Cunningham identifies as a Christian. In 2026, she spoke publicly about her faith, saying that it keeps her grounded. She also discussed being baptized as an adult, describing the experience as one of the better things she has done in her life. She frequently shares faith-related material through her social media activity. Other work. Cunningham has developed interests outside playing basketball. In December 2022, she became a recurring analyst for the Phoenix Suns Live television coverage, appearing in pregame, halftime, and postgame programming. She has also appeared in the wider sports entertainment world. In 2026, she appeared as a ring girl at UFC 329, adding another form of media exposure to her basketball career. Houses and vehicles. Cunningham's growing public profile has generated online speculation about her wealth, cars, and property. Nevertheless, there is no dependable public record establishing a comprehensive list of the houses she owns or the vehicles registered to her. Some internet sources estimate her net worth at around $2 million, but such figures are estimates rather than audited financial statements and should not be treated as definitive. Similarly, individual claims about luxury cars or specific homes are difficult to verify. The safest conclusion is that Cunningham has achieved the financial status of an established professional athlete, but the precise extent of her personal property portfolio is not publicly documented. College career. Cunningham spent 4 seasons playing for the Missouri Tigers. She became the program's all-time leading scorer and finished her college career with outstanding numbers. Across 129 starts, she averaged 17.0 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 3.0 assists per game. Her statistical development was particularly impressive. As a freshman in 2015-16, she averaged 14.0 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. Her production increased to 17.5 points per game as a sophomore and 18.5 as a junior. During her senior season, she averaged 17.8 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. Her college career shooting percentage was approximately 50.1% from the field and 40.3% from three-point range. Cunningham was a 3-time first-team All-Southeastern Conference selection and was named a third-team All-American during her senior season. Her combination of scoring, shooting, and versatility established her as one of the most important players in Missouri's modern women's basketball history. Professional career. Phoenix Mercury, 2019 to 2024. Cunningham entered the WNBA in 2019 after being selected 13th overall by the Phoenix Mercury. She was the first selection of the second round and became the 8th Missouri alumna to be drafted into the WNBA. She was also, at that time, the highest drafted former Missouri Tiger. Her rookie season was primarily a reserve role. She appeared in 32 games and scored 100 points while contributing rebounds, assists, and steals. In 2020, she played only 21 games but continued developing. Her breakthrough came during the 2021 season. Cunningham averaged 5.6 points per game while shooting 41% from three-point range. She became an important contributor during Phoenix's run to the WNBA Finals. In the postseason, she produced a memorable 21-point performance against the New York Liberty and scored 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in Phoenix's Game 2 Finals victory over the Chicago Sky. In 2022, her role expanded dramatically. She started 20 games and averaged a career-best 12.6 points per game. She made 73 pointers and recorded career highs in several statistical categories. In 2023, she started all 31 games she played and averaged 11.3 points per game. Phoenix struggled as a team, however, finishing 9-31 and missing the playoffs. The 2024 season was another significant year. Cunningham appeared in a career-high 40 regular season games and recorded career highs in defensive rebounds and steals. Phoenix reached the playoffs, although the Minnesota Lynx eliminated the Mercury in the opening round. Indiana Fever, 2025 present. On January 31, 2025, Cunningham was traded to the Indiana Fever as part of a 4-team trade involving Phoenix, Indiana, the Dallas Wings, and Connecticut Sun. The move dramatically increased her visibility because she joined a Fever team built around Caitlin Clark. Cunningham quickly became known for her physical style and willingness to defend teammates. The most famous incident occurred against Connecticut when Cunningham grabbed J.C. Sheldon and pulled her to the ground after Sheldon had poked Clark in the eye earlier in the game. Cunningham was ejected, and the incident went viral. It ultimately produced the unofficial Caitlin Clark enforcer reputation associated with her. Statistically, Cunningham had an excellent 2025 season before suffering a knee injury. She played 30 games and averaged 8.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 1.2 assists, while shooting a career-best 46.9% from the field and 43.2% from three-point range. Her season ended after she suffered a right MCL tear. She subsequently missed the playoffs. On April 12, 2026, the Fever announced that Cunningham would return for the 2026 season. Career status as of August 7, 2026. At 29 years old, Cunningham is now an experienced WNBA veteran entering an important stage of her career. She has progressed from a highly rated Missouri prospect to a second-round WNBA selection, a reliable three-point shooter, a veteran playoff contributor, and finally one of the most recognizable supporting players on the Indiana Fever. Through the end of the 2025 regular season, her WNBA career statistics stood at 212 games, 105 starts, 23.1 minutes per game, 7.9 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1.4 assists, with a career three-point percentage of 37.2%. Her legacy is therefore about more than raw scoring. Cunningham's greatest value has come from her shooting, toughness, defensive competitiveness, and willingness to embrace difficult roles. Her 2026 season has added another dimension. She has become a major public figure whose opinions and personality attract attention well beyond the basketball court. As of now, Sophie Cunningham remains an Indiana Fever player, a veteran WNBA shooter, and an increasingly prominent sports media personality. Her career has evolved from Missouri basketball star to professional champion contender, from Phoenix role player to Indiana veteran, and ultimately into one of the WNBA's most recognizable and polarizing personalities.